Hi everyone, we are DA2 Startup and we will present you our project using the VCW framework. This is our team for the project with Beatrice, Maria, Ricardo, and I, Guillaume. This is our agenda for today, so we will follow the VCW frameworks and its 5 phases. The challenge our team will face is to find the most attractive geographical market for DA2 to target for the launch of its startup. So now let's move on the phase 1 of the VCW framework. The first phase of the VCW is fundamental to have a deeper knowledge about the team's capabilities, the market, and our product. We start by defining the challenge we aim to solve, followed by the key performance indicator, which will allow for a continuous assessment of the team and the project performance. DA2 will conduct a detailed internal and external analysis with the help of known frameworks and will define our value proposition. But what is DA2? DA2 is a Portuguese startup that aims to eliminate unconscious and unsustainable aquaculture practices at the same time that helps private aquaculture enterprises increase their productivity by offering its expert advice. DA2 uses Earth observation and remote sensing technology to provide tailored site risk assessment and monitoring, but also water and environment impact report. With our platform, the customer will be able to get a complete support, starting at the creation or expansion of its business and ending at the 24/7 monitoring of its sites to limit disease, adapt the feeding, and maximizing its yield. The A2 team through this project will especially fight for 6 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals by promoting sustainable aquaculture practice. The main objective of GA2 is the SDG 2 Zero Hunger, SDG 6 Clean Water and Sanitation, the SDG 10 Reduce Inequalities, SDG 12 Responsible Consumption and Production, SDG 13 Climate Action, and finally the SDG 14 Life Below Water. Approximately 20% of the world population receive at least 20% of their animal protein from fish. As the population continues to grow, the demand for fish product will increase, pressuring the fishery industry to respond. This is why aquaculture sites can benefit from Earth observation to optimize the physical location, consider disease exposure, assess environmental impact, and value ecosystem services, as well as monitoring its impacts on the environment.
EO can be really useful to identify potential risks such as sea surface temperature, ocean color anomalies, algal bloom, jellyfish invasion, etc. EO may also be used to evaluate climate change in aquaculture sites, proximity by identifying alteration in seagrass bed, coral reef, mangrove forest, erosion, or deposition in intertidal mudflat. To complete our technological offer, we can also use USV satellite imagery and hyperspectral imagery to have a preventive approach that allows for an active monitoring of aquaculture sites, reducing significantly environmental and economic losses. Regarding our potential target markets, taking into account that the service DA2 aims to deliver to its clients, a downstream operating services will be the choice to be followed in order to be closer to the clients. Therefore, DA2 has decided to target new and existing aquaculturists as a main customer who aims to open an aquaculture business or to obtain a better follow-up of the activity. In addition, due to the high value proposition offered, we reckon it is also a valuable move to work with public institutions and agencies, which represent not only bigger customers but also more significant revenue stream.
For the external analysis, GA2 performed a pestle analysis, which provide relevant insight about the operating challenges GA2 will face. Regarding the political aspect, it is important to determine the factors that impact GA2 profitability in a certain country or market, namely Transparency Index. For the economic one, GA2 must use the country financial situation to forecast the growth trajectory of not only aquaculture sector but also that of the company. Regarding the social aspect, shared belief and attitude of the population played a great role in how marketers at GA2 will understand the customers of a given market and how the intent message will be delivered. Regarding the technological part, a firm should analyze the speed of which technology disrupts that industry. On the environment aspect, DA2 is required to carefully evaluate the environmental standards that are required to operate in the market it aims to enter. Finally, regarding the legal aspect, in some regions the legal framework and institutions are not robust enough to protect intellectual property rights and organization with an element DA2 should avoid. To continue the external analysis, DA2 performed the Porter 5 further analysis, which shows that the industry has a big potential for investment. Regarding bargaining power of suppliers, the suppliers have a medium bargaining power as there are only a few dominant suppliers providing satellite data image. However, this kind of data can have free access, such as the Copernicus program of ESA, which provides users with a platform featuring data, tools, and resources required. Regarding the bargaining power of buyers, fish farmers are more numerous than the firms offering these services, and the switching costs can be expensive, as they need but train to different services and tools. Nevertheless, there are some more experienced competitors offering the very similar services, therefore fish farmers can choose. Regarding the threat of substitutes, it's really low because there are some new technologies such as drones that can replace satellites. However, drones are much more expensive than consulting satellite image and data. Regarding the threat of new entrants, it's measured low too because getting know-how, intellectual property, and customer network makes it difficult to enter. Furthermore, the data curation process requires knowledge and research, so it takes time to design a really performing technology. Finally, to have an overview, the industry rivalry is grade low. There are only a few competitors offering the same or similar services. The competition environment is analyzed hereafter.
To better understand the competition DA2 will face, we analyzed over 20 worldwide aquaculture companies and projects. 6 competitors that have a similar value proposition to our were identified. For a more visual description, and additional analysis regarding key characteristics and a perspective were elaborated. Witaya Aqua, Seawarden, and Sofa Ocean have great concern with sustainable aquaculture and state in their mission the desire to turn ocean practice cleaner. In terms of user experience, all 3 companies have easy-to-use system and have good client testimonies. Furthermore, all projects are supported by numerous organizations, government, and companies. From the 3, AquaOpt platform developed by the Witaya Aqua is the one that greatly match our startup. It is the most complete platform and it is specialized in the new aquaculture. Here we can have, after our research on competitors, a better overview of the similar services offered by our 6 main competitors.
And now to end our competitor analysis, we can see on this map that AquaOpt platform from Vitaya Aqua has the most similar value proposition and offer to DA2. Now regarding the internal analysis, we perform the SWOT analysis that show in which environment DA2 operates and what shape our strategy. Regarding our the strength of our project, our startup offers digital services and advice, which allow us to extend our range of action and expand our network as much as possible. We use high precision EO data that is available free of charge and which we analyze in order to provide a tailor-made sustainable solution. This premier offer allows us to use the data correctly and maximize long-term benefits. Regarding the weaknesses of the project, the service we offer is highly dependent on new technology and the analytical capacity of our teams. This is why, with our limited financial resources, we can very quickly be impacted by technological change and get ahead of the competition. But regarding the opportunities in the market and we operate, companies and farmers want a sustainable and healthier use of marine area. This is why our consultancy using EO technology can create an unlimited supplies of solution and innovation. In addition, we can take advantage of numerous grants and subsidies from public institutions to be able to continuously improve our project. And finally, regarding the threat on our market and our activity, we could very quickly face financial difficulties in the development of the project does not follow its application. Moreover, the massive arrival of new competitors force use to constantly adapt our offer. The Requirement of government and various public institutions can also change our business model. Now let's move on to our key performance indicator. We establish KPIs to constantly evaluate the impact of the project and our team performance. In order to assess the performance of the project, these KPIs were broken down into the five distinct parts. The first corresponds to the personal objective for the group members throughout the project. The other three have KPIs established to the short, medium, and long term respectively. At the end of the phase 5, the personal and short KPIs will be ready to assess. So now moving on phase 2. In phase 2, the team's goal is to create value by generating as many ideas as possible. To facilitate value discovery, several frameworks and methods can be applied in the two distinctive parts that constitute phase 2. The first phase is to induce solution, where the set of potential geographic market is identified. And then induce filter, where several criteria is generated to find the most attractive market for DA2 to commercialize its product. In the first part of phase 2, DA2 addresses the main challenge of the project. The team defined the pool of solutions that would allow finding the best geographical market to operate in. To avoid an unintended use of filter before phase 3, the team considers as a starting point every country in the world as a potential solution. Therefore, the set of solutions comprises the 193 member states that are recognized by the United Nations. In the second part, multiple processes were used by the team to generate the most complete filter list for a successful identification of the most attractive geographical market for the startup. DA2 started by conducting a thorough research on competitor website, well-known database, as well as important report on the aquaculture industry. In an intermediary step, a brainstorming session with all the KDM was conducted, where the main findings were discussed, originating an initial filter list idea. To generate as many filters as possible, the team made use of the 635 method, a brainwriting technique that allows for a collective discovery of the creative filter. This method required the participation of a moderator and 5 KDMs. Each participant generates 3 first proposals, which are extended by the other, writing 5 iterations. The great advantage of this method is the inclusivity of all participants in the process of generating ideas. With a slight adaptation of the method and by repeating it several times, numerous high-quality ideas were generated that were a useful pointer for the final filter list. For the last stage, a fundamental criterion for processing the wide range of filter ideas was implemented. It was imperative that all filters are measurable since the decision process must be based on real data. So we use different methods of contact like email or survey to obtain a more concrete solution. Noting this criterion, a second individual research was conducted by the KDMs, originating 53 fighters that were divided into 7 categories: geographical, technological, political, economic, financial, environmental, and competition.
Thank you, Guillaume. We are now moving to the third phase, composed of three subphases in which we will be targeting our final market, where DA2 will begin operations. Phase 3A is about selecting the ideas. In order to select ideas and solutions, the key decision makers used important frameworks, such as brand writing and the poker method. To start with, we kept the 193 countries initially considered in order to ensure all nations were examined, and therefore the most personalized solution was obtained, given both DA2's business operations and the country's specificities. Regarding phase 3B, we will be now selecting the criteria to be applied to the previous chosen ideas. The decision-making process to select the final list of filters considered both collaborative and rational analysis. Therefore, we use the poker method to support the team's decisions and ideas, filtering it into 4 sections: kill if the filter was not relevant, review if the filter was not good enough but could be improved, multiply if the filter could be derived from a previous chosen one, or keep if it was a suitable filter that was proven to be significant for the project. Later, in a brainstorming session, each key decision maker grouped the filters into the respective section: kill, review, multiply, or keep, according to their thoughts, obtaining a green array of filters to be used. Moreover, The list of filters was presented to the relevant stakeholders, namely Ana Paula Queiroga, in order to collect further insights and suggestions and adjust the selection accordingly. However, we must stress that due to the impossibility of gathering data or measuring and creating a filter's impact, this one was killed. In the cases of not immediately finding data, the filters were either multiplied or reviewed. Wherever it was possible to find the chosen parameters or direct measurable proxies, we eventually kept the filter. So, we can claim that we use the devil's advocate in two levels. At the key decision maker level, in which each team member adopted a critic approach when evaluating each filter that was proposed and the value it would add to the final solution, increasing the chance of a high quality decision, but also at the stakeholder level by contacting parties with knowledge within the area so that an external and insightful perspective could be accounted when applying the chosen filters. We have reached phase 3C, in which we rank the filters. In this slide, there is a summary of all the filters that were adopted to be applied in the data that was collected from different reliable sources and allowed us to obtain the final location that is the most appropriate for DA2 given its offer and the province's specificities. Starting with the global filters and due to the fact that we aim to target offshore aquaculturists, it became imperative to choose countries with coastal area as the most important one, so that we ensure that a country that not only has access to the sea, but is also capable of attaining a high volume of aquaculture production is chosen. Illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing was the second one to be chosen, as it is critical to choose a country where the regulatory framework is well established and implemented, or where there is a visible effort from all parties to increase fishing regulation. International Innovation Index was also chosen as one of the filters, since our business model requires advanced and specialized technology which is linked to this parameter. Due to the same reason as global filters, regarding the local filters we chose regions with coastal area as the most important one, followed by aquaculture production by Spanish coastal regions in tons in 2019, since it helped us drop those regions that have the ability to explore the aquaculture business, but where this is not a key driver for the GDP's growth. By pursuing a region where the aquaculture industry has a high production value, DA2 will select the most attractive market to operate in. In relation to the province filters, marine aquaculture production was the first one to be chosen to be applied, as DA2 can choose the most appealing market to work in by pursuing a province with a high aquaculture industry. We have now reached Phase 4. Phase 4A is characterized by the capture of value. In order to find the most suitable country and region for our business, we performed the Multiple Criteria Decision Analysis, or MCDA. This method allowed us to rank the filters and evaluate each possibility after performing the analysis. Initially, we applied the MCDA with the global filters and the VCF, or Value Creation Funnel, having Spain as the only country that met the full list of filters. The closest alternatives were China and Japan, with an attractiveness of 9. However, these countries did not pass the Data Protection Index, which is an important aspect for DA2 to efficiently run its main activity. Spain represents a more promising territory to explore not only for having surpassed all the thresholds, but also because its government invests significantly in space-related innovations and technologies, which is extremely suitable for our business. On further analysis, we could see that the Spain space industry is the fifth largest industry of its kind in Europe. Additionally, Spain is a country whose aquaculture regulations correspond perfectly to aspirations of the A2, high number of protected marine areas and protected species. Within the Spanish territory, after applying the local filters, Andalusia was concluded to be the most appropriate region for the A2, due to its extensive coastal line, strategic position, and the principles defended, which are very similar to our startup's mission and vision. Within Andalusia, due to its characteristics, we have determined that Malaga is the ideal province for the A2, since it displays the biggest authorized area for aquaculture production, a big opportunity for the A2, besides presenting the highest capability to reap the benefits of an improvement in aquaculture.
Thank you, Lena. Now we will pass to phase 4B, which is about the concept and the prototype. There are two main customer segments with distinctive characteristics that DA2 can target in Malaga. The first one is governmental agencies with presence in Malaga, namely the Regional Government of Andalusia and the Malaga City Council, which have both great focus on marine water regulation. The regional government of Andalusia's Consejera de Agricultura, Pesca y Desarrollo Rural is in charge of controlling and inspecting aquaculture and fishery practices. With the help of Malaga City Council, both agencies continuously work on guaranteeing a sustainable use of marine resources and the protection of endangered species. In Malaga, we identified 11 enterprises that are in charge of the cultivation, production, commercialization, and distribution of marine species, and they are all located along the coast. You can see some names here displayed on the slide. Therefore, in Malaga, we're going to target private aquaculture enterprises. We identified 11 potential customers with the possibility to address 7 more clients in Cadiz and Almeria. And this is our customer profile. They are private limited small businesses with an average of 3.3 workers per company, and their production is aimed at human consumption, mainly muscle fattening. Moreover, the European geographic density of production is focused on Andalusia with 13.8% all over European Union. They are all committed to the environmental sustainability. In fact, they tend to participate in aquaculture organizations such as ASEMA and APROMAR. However, the employees who are specialized in aquaculture have a limited tech-savvy knowledge. This is instead our competitive landscape. Malaga's aquaculture sector offers a few number of services that compete with our offer. The first competitor is Aquaconsultant. It provides detailed and specialized training to inland and marine aquaculture enterprises. It also prepares the clients to properly handle recirculation circuits, manage any dimension and type of fishing exploitation, and provide statistics regarding the production in order to supervise observed trends of the businesses. Second one is Steve Skim. It aims to contribute with innovation and solutions for the aquaculture industry by offering an extensive number of products in feeding technology, monitoring systems, software, water engineering, and parasite control. The service offers support of deep, innovatively designed knowledge, which ensures a detailed overview and control of the operations. The third one and last one is Smart Water. It is responsible for developing a specific aquaculture management software which controls both economic and biological parameters related to the product life cycle of any type of species. In addition, it offers a complete training in aquaculture production management to provide the most efficient production. Technology is the basis of our competitive advantage. There's another competitor in the market that provides to fishing producers EO technology, and that is why we're implementing a blue ocean strategy. Using indeed the strategy canvas, we can find several crucial points where DA2 is in blue ocean. The first one is not only focus on fishery consulting, but also on data creation. The second point is provides a deep understanding of the province under examination. The third one is to present a clear price structure that allows the client to be able to elucidate about its costs. And the fourth and last one is that DA2 incorporates EO technology into its operation to offer concrete conclusions regarding the sites. To conclude this, more tailored and sophisticated technologies with customized features and high precision will allow enterprises to operate their operations in a more profitable and efficient way, creating a significant competitive advantage. There are many institutions in Andalusia that operate in the aquaculture sector, such as Agapa, Amaya, and Senta, among others. And they are all deeply involved in the programs related with the fishery sector, constantly applying the SDG goals, especially the number 14. Moreover, the European Maritime and Fisheries Fund has guaranteed support to young fishers by considering financial help in order to help them to create their own company and to ensure the required safety of fishery exploitation. All these programs introduced within the mentioned organization incentivize the aquaculture industry and thus increase the future demand for DA2. Since there are few rivals in Malaga who use EO technology in their services, DA2 gains a significant competitive advantage by using it. Moreover, an elaborated training to transmit information in relation to the analysis of data gathered by satellites is given along with a user-friendly app. And finally, we will also provide and create value through providing essential tendencies such as fish species rise, regulatory mortality, stock decline, or percentage of stock overfished, and this will be studied using EO, which no other competitor has adopted. DA's unique importance will be therefore highlighted. DA2 provides an intuitive and complete service to small and medium aquaculturists located in Malaga. We position ourselves in the downstream industry as we provide value-adding services, and this is our positioning statement. For small and medium aquaculturists and farmers operating in Malaga who need intuitive and tailored satellite ocean imagery analysis. DA2 is the only app in the market that uses EO technology, resulting in higher accuracy that allows for more efficient and sustainable operations. DA2 eliminates the need for multiple apps and enables a more autonomous aquaculture production. And this is our concept. So basically, DA2 aims to become a platform that offers unique inputs to differentiate players in the market. Our immediate objectives are the following. DA2 will provide a portal where users' data as well as gather statistics and trends will be processed, enabling DA2's clients to outperform their direct competitors in the industry while adhering to sustainable fishery principles. And this will be followed by our long-term goals, which is to become a platform that can be linked to different governments, local communities, and offer services to the private sector. The inputs that we will offer to our clients are these ones. Suggestions on how to optimize fish nutrition levels, estimation of the production to be achieved in the following period, recommendations to decrease the risk associated to fishery production, detailed analysis through our sensors, satellite imagery, and human capital, and finally identification of the impacts on the environment in which the aquaculture production is inserted. While this one is the prototype, we offer a digital platform accessible online through our website and also our app. Uh, Therefore, different companies in this industry can create an account, learn about the various services we offer, or select the different subscriptions they wish to sign up for. The subscriptions vary depending on the addition of features and services included. The platform is the main tool offered to our customers. Indeed, once they become familiar with all the different functionalities, they will be able to log in and have access to data and statistics anywhere in real time. In addition, they will have access to the reports of our experts online through regular updates of maps and forecasts for their aquaculture sites. Regarding our mobile application, it is the most easily accessible tool. The user has access to the same data live so that he or she can access it in places where it would be impossible to access the website. Here you can see some screenshots of our website and the app prototype. While this one is the concept of our actual weekly report. In the beginning, you can find observation findings and analysis on the different potential impacts, and also the evolution of aquaculture site health, including fish deaths due to human pollution or overfishing or biotic diseases. All this is followed by recommendations and action points. Therefore, we will provide an analysis of the different images taken with the EO showing different data. We will also give to the client recommendations and advices so that they can understand the challenges present on his or her side and carry out the key actions. And this is the concept of our premium subscription, which has advanced services. For instance, we include in the premium subscription analysis and technical evaluation of statistical results by our experts highlighting specific data. And we will also provide drone imagery to identify fish disease and human pollution in the aquaculture sites of our clients. Now let's pass to our pricing strategy. We will offer a monthly or yearly subscription system with prices varying according to the number of services granted to the client. The customer has a 1 month trial period, which includes farm management for one site and 5 units, to see if the product and services we offer are suitable for their aquaculture site. Then they will be able to choose between the regular subscription, which comes with 3 sites and 50 units for 99.99 euros per month, or 1199.99 a year, or the premium, which comes with unlimited sites and unlimited units for 299.99 euros per month, or 3599.99 per year. And this is our key partners. Demos and the Spanish government are advantageous players for the DA2 to target as partners. Elecnor Demos is our ideal provider of EO data. Elecnor Demos is one of the key players in the European aerospace industry with direct operations in Spain. It is considered a leading developer of space monitoring systems. But first of all, I want to talk a little bit about Simotion, which was developed together with the Portuguese government in order to improve the Portuguese marine management. And therefore, we think that together with DA2, Deimos can replicate a similar open data system that will aggregate different observational, satellite, and model oceans datasets related to marine environmental monitoring. The second key partner is the Malaga City Council with the Aquanostrum project. This is our ideal channel to target our clients. Both the regional government of Andalusia and the Malaga City Council are active in the local fishing and aquaculture industry. They have this project called Aquanostrum, which is a Spanish government project that aims to increase sustainable practices amongst Malaga's aquaculture small medium enterprises and micro small medium enterprises. It provides training to aquaculturists and promotes eco-innovation by supporting R&D initiatives. Aquanostrum existing customer portfolio can be crucial advantage for DA2's success, because by working together, DA2 can have a primary role in the training process of small and medium aquaculturists. Moreover, it can be the bridge for the introduction of EO data in the region, increasing productivity in a more sustainable way. Finally, here's our marketing mix. The 7 Ps offer an overview on how to approach Malaga. So firstly, product DA2 transforms data from satellite images into information reports that help identify the physical location, consider disease exposure, assess environmental impact. Aquaculture firms, therefore, will be able to optimize fishery production and analyze the risks and impact through tailor-made solutions. Then we have price, which we have already talked about. Our pricing system is based on subscriptions, uh, monthly basis subscriptions, basically, um, uh, and it depends. The price depends on the type of services. We have the trial period of 1 month, and also the regular and the premium subscriptions. Um, the place. DA2 will start off its business in Malaga, but it aims to cover all over Andalusia within the first 2 years and then target other Spanish regions by the third year. We're gonna promote our service through social media campaign, conferences and events, hackathons in Andalusia, and fellowship programs. People. We're gonna need an IT engineer, an app and web developer, or a remote sensing expert, a key account manager, and finally, customer care. As for processes, we have an R&D department. We have we translate EO data into valuable and comprehensible information for aquaculturists, and we give on-site and online interaction with customers for assistance. Finally, as for physical evidence, we are a team with business background and expertise in management and marketing. We are proactive, and we collaborate with governmental agencies and give and provide constant support. Uh, and we finally have a modern and easy to use website and app.
At last, we reach phase 5. This phase is focused on consolidating value. Our team identified 5 main functions that we will need to master to succeed. Besides the 4 key DMs that will be responsible for the administrative functions, we will hire 2 EO data analysts and 1 website designer. The EO data analysts will conduct all the data gathering and processing and will work side by side with the website designer in order to offer a personalized and intuitive service to the end user. The website designer will also update and continuously test DA2's platform. The client's training will be given together by 1 key DM and 1 data analyst to guarantee that the learning process runs smoothly. To approach the clients, we will count on the help of the local government, which is one of our partners. Regarding the steps for the next 3 years, we plan to launch our project in the second quarter of 2021, and we will take the rest of the year to create and improve our product. Selling will start in the beginning of next year, and it will be followed by a big promotion and marketing campaign. Training provided to the clients will be done from time to time over the years. After settling in Malaga, we plan to start exploring new geographical markets, which ideally will happen in the beginning of 2023. Regarding costs for the first 3 operational years, we will have 5 main endeavors. Wages will be our higher expense, then it will be followed by the initial investment in our website and app. In total, our costs for the 3 years will be approximately 499,000 euros. Besides fundraising next to angel investors, DA2 will explore the possibility of financing its activity through funding from the EU and the Spanish government. DA2 found 3 grants that are targeted to help aquaculture-related businesses that have high concerns with the environment. For instance, the European Maritime and Fisheries Fund has a budget of 6.14 billion euros to distribute through all the European Union countries between the period of 2021 to 2027. Here you can see our business model canvas that sums every aspect we have presented here today. As one can see, we will have as key partners Demus and Andalusia local government. We will target private aquaculture enterprises, and our revenues will come from monthly subscription payments. At this stage, with the implementation strategy shaped, our team can access the short and personal KPIs we defined in the beginning of the project. Both the medium and long-term KPIs can only be evaluated once we launch our service and start collecting our revenues. In every phase, our team reviewed the KPIs that evaluated our performance and adjusted our behavior accordingly. We are happy to say that almost our goals were successfully achieved. We believe we fully understood the VCW framework and asked for and listened to feedback from the professors. We also believe that Malaga is an excellent location for our business to start, and the proximity to our geographical location will make it easier to be close to the clients. We also already found a wide number of clients to start addressing. Nonetheless, contacting external stakeholders was more difficult than we initially thought it would be. We spoke with Ana Paula Queiroga, and she was a crucial help to rank our filters list, which gave us the confirmation that Malaga is a good location. However, all the other external stakeholders we tried to establish contact with did not respond back. Considering the analysis done, Almeria and Cádiz represent the next Spanish provinces for DA2 to establish its business. Across the years, DA2's relevance in the market will be bigger, and it will shift from a startup to a bigger enterprise. To support next strategy decisions, an Ansoft matrix was developed. We will continue to improve our platform and quality of our reports given to clients, and we will explore new geographical markets. Moreover, we intend to start providing new complementary services to our existing offering. From project to project, several will be the KPIs to assess their performance, and they range from financial to client and SDG-related KPIs. Now that we are at the very end of the project, we can think about what we have learned from applying the VCW. The first lesson is that the VCW has a strong flexibility in two senses. The first relates to its ability to integrate or be integrated by other mechanisms and frameworks. The second regards the possibility of going back and forth and complement the phases with additional information that was gathered throughout the project. We also want to highlight the importance given to integrating feedback from different stakeholders, both internal and external. The insights from this feedback that was given along the process was extremely useful to create a meaningful project. Thank you for your attention.